when rushing down with Amaterasu, the first things you want to get down are your cross-ups, especially with the reflector stance, because hitbox on it's a little shaky, but just get it down in the reflector, and when you do, work on your cross-ups in the Glaive stance and you'll be alright. But that's not the only thing you should work on, guys. Believe me when I say this. You want to work on doing the Thunder Edge medium when next to them, because it's very tricky. Just look at it. It's very tricky. I did it 3 times and I'm not in the back of them. The 4th time in the back of them. So yeah, it has the ability to cross up, making it extremely good. And you can actually convert into a combo off of it, making it even better. So get that down as well, guys, okay? You really want to. You really want to get that down. But, okay, before I even go over anything else, let me just say this. Thunder Edge Medium does not work on MODOK. He's just... Oh, wow. It's just... I said it a few times before I even decided to do this one, and it didn't work on him. Let me try it while he's crouching. Okay, it doesn't work on him when he's crouching, but knowing how most players just like to crouch block all the time, yeah, you learn something new every day. But anyway, it even works on Sentinel, okay, but it doesn't work on him when he is, okay, it works on him when he's standing and he's crouching, okay, guys? So keep that in mind too when you use it. But anyway, let's just get back to being on offense and stuff like that. Learn to weapon, change, cancel her special cancelable moves out to keep pressure. You want to do something like this. You want to just keep as much pressure on your opponent as possible. You don't want them breathing. You don't want them even moving. So if necessary, you need to go to the Rosary stance and just keep them put in block stun. Use Cold Star to keep them there. And with your assist, you know, they won't be able to move, which is exactly what you want. See that? So you just hit missiles with Amaterasu. They just have such a hard time moving, which is exactly where I want them. I want them being put in situations where they have to block, you know. Because the best defense in Marvel isn't blocking, it's running away from the area you're supposed to block at. So, put them in situations where they have to block, they have to eat my mix-ups, which is exactly what I want. So, you just want to, in general, get your stance, get your weapon change down, and most importantly, if you do it right, your opponent's probably going to super jump. So, this is where converting air combos into damage comes from. You want to learn to do this, guys. You really want to. With the reflector, you just do jumping heavy and go into the Glaive stance, medium in the air, and then do the Glaive Stab. That's the idea for the reflector stance. If you can do this, you'll have your opponent scared to be in the air too. You'll have them a reason to be scared in the air, which is really, really important. With the Rosary stance, since the hitbox is humongous on it, on the jumping heavy, sometimes the enemy will be pushed too far away, but hey, all that range makes up for it. You can do something like this, and when you do, you'll have your opponent scared to do anything, which is exactly what you want. Converting off of air combos with Amaterasu is so important. It is really important, because when you control the ground, you need to control the air as well. So, what else? Other than the Rosary, and you want to do something like this. And if they push block, you just most importantly put the dummy on guard all push block or advance guard. You want to learn how to do something like that every time they advance guard you. So when they do advance guard you, you have an option. And if they advance guard the beads to take less chip damage, they're actually stuck there longer. So see that? They're stuck there and they can't do nothing. So you want to do something like that every single time they advance guard you. You want to switch your stances and you want to keep your pressure. In the Thunder or the Glaive stance, just keep the pressure. If they try to use like a long range punishing move and think you're going to get punished, no. You just use the solar flare and, you know, cancel the normals out. See that? How I cancel out the Rosary stance? Keep that pressure going. You really want to keep your pressure. See that? And I can just go like that, or I can just go like and get back in their face. Keep that pressure, guys, okay? Keep the pressure. Don't let up. You know, and if they're one of those players that just don't even advance guard, you are entitled to do something like this. You know, you are entitled to do something like this. Do not let up on them. Since they don't like to advance guard, you are entitled to do this. Okay, they're going to be so scared if they don't want to advance guard. Hey, keep that pressure. Like that. Don't let up. But yeah, that's the whole idea of rush down. You call your assist down like your beam assist or your other little good assist that controls the screen. Keep them in block stun as much as possible. Keep them still so you can have a better chance to mix them up. That's the idea of rush down. Okay, if you're going to zone with Amaterasu, the first step is to keep as much distance between you and your opponent as possible. That is always rule number one with zoning. Keep as far away from your opponent as possible. That's one of the rules. Now another one of the rules is if you call your assists, sometimes it's best to shoot the beads at maximum speed with your assists, or lag the beads as much as possible. Keep them in block stun longer at a distance. You know, get you that lockdown. And if your assist is something like hidden missiles, you can actually follow up with your. You can actually follow up your offense, because the beads, the cold start just keeps them locked down, and the missiles, it just controls the air and keeps them locked down for a long period of time. Now, like if you have like a beam assist, like just say Doom's Alpha assist, sometimes it's just best to shoot all the beads. You know, and that does quite a bit of chip damage. Then again, you could lag the beads as much as possible because Amaterasu is safe because they're still in block stun. Or sometimes you just want to do this and you just want to mix it up, you know, like if you predict they're going to jump, just shoot that bead, and if they like somewhat get close, you can just do that and you get distance, or just shoot one heavy and you're at a distance and you're just pretty safe. So, yeah. You can toss out a few papers to like put a shield in front of you and your opponent. But arguably the most important thing with zoning is this. Every single time you stop with the beads, your opponent is probably going to find a way to get in or use a long range move that's safe to punish you, like Dante's Stinger. You need to find these opportunities, switch to Solar Flare, and counter them. You want those opportunities because you want them scared to attack at a distance. That's exactly what you want. You can convert into your offense like that. They're going to be so scared to do anything, even at a distance, which is exactly what you want. You want them scared to do anything. And off of let me show you. Just let me show you. Put the dummy on auto guard. Let's say it's a little difficult, but we'll see. Do something like that after a combo. This puts them at a distance, and you can call your assist and get free chip, you know, which is really good. You can convert your offense into defense at any time. You get a jumping heavy with the Thunder Edge stance. So take that in mind when you use the Thunder Edge. You know, you can do something like this in Reflector. Yeah. Convert your offense into defense and do what I stated before. Learn each and every character's long range physical moves and you will be just fine. And being able to convert your Solar Flare into a combo is so important. Really important. Makes them scared at a distance. And if you can control, or if you want to rush them down and you know how to, as I mentioned in the previous clip, your opponent is going to be scared to even stay on the ground. You know, which is exactly what you want. You want to get air grabs. You want to try to get them while they're in the air, while most characters can't do nothing in the air. So, yeah. That's about all the way. Well, they block your offense. You can just switch to Rosary and get some distance and stuff like that. And call your assist like your beam assist, and just get distance easily. And just start forcing stupid approaches and stuff like that. So yeah, those are the only tips I got for zoning. From a hybrid's perspective of view, the beads should be used to keep the opponent at a distance, and most importantly, convert your offense into defense. If this can be done correctly, you'll have to have your opponent go through a zone game of crazy proportions just to get to you. And if that does happen, you can actually, the war's in your favor, you know. And when you get the combo, or when you get a combo, you don't want to, like, if you know it's not going to kill, do something like this. Therefore, if you put them in the air, they won't be able to do much, and you'll be able to use the beads to keep them at a distance. And see that? How I just convert all my offense into defense? Yeah, so use it not only in your strategy, but use it in your combos. If you can use it in your combos, you know, your opponent is going to have such a hard time dealing with you because you're converting your combos into some serious zoning. And see all that block spin I put in? And there's nothing they can do about it. So yeah, from a hybrid's point of view, every time your offense is blocked, you want to look at the beads not only as like a lockdown if you want to get your offense going, but also as a zoning tool. So you want to look at it as a way to where you can open up your opponent even easier. And as I've stated in the previous video, you want to be able to predict when your opponent is going to want to just do a long range punish move. And if you can do this, you're going to be so hard to play against, because you'll be doing this and your opponent is not even going to want to attack you at a distance, which is exactly what you want. You don't want them attacking you at a distance. You want them scared to do anything. So the idea here is, in a hybrid sense of view, every single time your offense is blocked, look at the beads as a way to open up your opponent from a distance. You know, it's really important. Keep them in blocks as long as possible, and either commence with the zoning or just get in their face, and every single time they block, and I literally do mean every single time they block, go to the Rosary, get all this distance, and just zone. Therefore, you'll get the life lead, you'll play the matchup against characters that cannot handle zoning or that have trouble zoning, and believe me when I say this, there are a lot of characters that cannot handle Amaterasu zoning. The long range lockdown is just too good for them. They cannot handle it. So yeah, the idea here, block, Rosary, start chipping, and you'll be alright. They'll have to come in sooner or later, which is where this comes in. So yeah, rinse, repeat, which is exactly what you want. You want them screwing up, you want them doing stupid stuff. Oh, and the same applies for the Glaive stance. If your offense is blocked there, switch the Rosary and just start shooting the ice. Or you can do something like this. See that? You see what I just did there? I switched the Rosary, then I did the paper slash. Yeah. If you can do this, put that shield before you put the shield between you and your opponent, or the power slash. If you can switch stances and do it, you're going to get such a huge boost. I know it's a little bit difficult to call your assist, attack, and do that at the same time, but if you can, if your execution is good enough, your opponent is going to have to go through so much just to get to you. And with that power slash there, your opponent is going to just be so scared to do anything. And it's best to use power slash medium or heavy because they stay out longer. And they can catch like someone like Dante teleporting. Like, let me show you. We just have him on teleport. And let's say, okay, he's on the guard, all in advanced guard. Now, just watch this. See that? How it just hits them? Which is really good. You want, like if there are teleport based characters, See how you just can't buy the paper, and it's like a get off me move. Really good anti-air to the paper, as the paper is underestimated. But also when you're like, here's a little tip. When, like, if you don't know when the opponent's going to advance guards, you don't bother doing this. Just don't, okay? Because you're going to be left vulnerable, and the opponent's going to punish you. You want to do something like this, because even if they do block it, you can still continue your offense. Okay, guys, that's really important. But as I stated before, not only in your strategy, but in your combos, you want a hybrid approach. If you can get as much damage as possible, then call your assists and just shoot them with the beads. You can convert all that damage into zoning, which is like one of the best things in Amaterasu. She can convert at any moment, okay? So take advantage of it. You know, hard knockdowns and all. Get as much distance as you can, and just veil of mist, do even more chip, and yeah, they'll be locked down for days. They won't be able to do nothing. And although the damage does get scaled when you use the Rosary stance, if you use Cold Star at the end of a combo, it doesn't even matter. It's already scaled up anyway. So yeah, those are about all the tips I can give for Amaterasu, a hybrid approach. Lockdown into every single time. They block your attacks really good. Let me rephrase that. Every single time they block your moves, you use the Rosary stance, and you look at the projectiles as a way to open up your opponent in the summary. So yeah, that's a hybrid approach from Amaterasu. That's a hybrid approach from Amaterasu. Okay guys, here's one last tip. Okay, Amaterasu's Cold Star is actually team hyper combo cancelable, so you can actually do a lot of good stuff with this, guys. So, such as ending a combo and doing all kind of other stuff, getting chip, look at all that chip damage. But yeah, that's about it. Her Cold Star Heavy does not cancel in her, or cannot cancel into her team hyper combos. Cold Star Medium and Light can, okay guys? So, those are all the tips I got for Amaterasu. Alright guys, these are the assists I would recommend if you're building a team around Amaterasu. Like if you're going to use your own point, and you know, these are the assists I would recommend. There's going to be a lot of video clips showing the assists I recommend and why I recommend them. But anyway, let's go over the assists. First one I recommend is Dr. Doom's Hidden Missiles. It covers lockdown, combo extensions, and defense. This assist, like, literally has it all. You want to zone Amaterasu, this assist is one of the best. You want to combo with Amaterasu, this assist is one of the best. You want to just irritate your opponent, you want to do a hybrid style of play, this assist is one of the best. It covers almost everything. Rush down, it can cover the air Amaterasu can't. Because let's get real, guys. Amaterasu can only cover the ground. She can only cover this part of the screen with projectiles, and she can't get all the way up here and cover up there. Another one is Virgil's Rapid Slash Assist. Really, really good. Because it's a combo extender, and it just covers the ground, and it forces them to jump and do stupid stuff, or places them in the air for an air grab. And it can even be used in combos. I'm doing a little tricky right now, but it can be used to extend wrong assist. But this assist can be used to extend combos, particularly the forward heavy loops and the jumping heavies and thunder edge stance like that, and you can just loop another one. So yeah, these two assists are really good. There's going to be more though, so stay tuned guys, it's not over. Even more assists I would recommend would be Sentinel's Alpha Assist, Sentinel Force Charge. Covers the screen, and if the opponent blocks it, you know, They're put in a lot of blocks done, and you can mix up numerous amount of times, or you can just zone and do quite a bit of chip damage while keeping them locked down. So yeah, Sentinel Force is a really good assist. Dante's Jam Session promotes defense and offense. Anyway, since it comes out fast and it covers like the whole vertical place where Dante's standing at when he comes out, you can use it to zone, and you can actually use it as a combo extension too. See that? Yeah, you can use it to extend combos. And the same thing with Sentinel Force. They're both two really good assists. And Amaterasu can easily get in, hit confirm, mix up, and control the screen with both of them. So yeah, really good assists. Highly recommend them. They cover combo extension and really good get off me, and just in general great assists. They're up there with like Dr. Doom's not plasma beam, but Dr. Doom's hidden missiles and that Virgil assist. All these assists are really good for Amaterasu, and use them at will. More assists I would recommend for Amaterasu would be Doctor Strange's Bolts of Balthak. Really good assist because, well, it's just a really good assist because it's a beam assist that Amaterasu can combo off of. So, yeah. And it covers the whole screen. If they duck under it, you know, you basically get a free mix-up. So it makes it even better. And it can be used in combos as shown here. See all that damage? Yeah. A lot of damage off of that one beam assist. Another assist I'd recommend would be Rocket Raccoon's Pendulum assist. Really good assist because it causes a wall bounce, and Amaterasu can combo off of it, as shown there. So the Pendulum and Bolts of Balthak, really good assists. Highly recommend them. And that's about it. Even more assists I would recommend would be Akuma's Tatsu assist, because it helps you get in, it blows through all types of projectiles, and you can combo off of it with the sword stance. You can also combo off of it with the reflector stance, but you don't get as much damage, you know, so that's why you want to use the sword stance. In general, if you want to get as much damage with Amaterasu, get the lowest amount of hits as possible, because the reflector stance just has all these hits, and there's all this damage scaling in it, and it's just stupid, you know. So just get the least amount of hits as possible, and you're good. And I also would recommend Iron Man's Unibeam assist, because you can combo off of it, and it keeps the opponent locked down. If they get caught by it, does a lot of chip, and his DHCs are just crazy damaging. And another assist I'd recommend from Iron Man would be his what is it now? No, not his bomb assist. No, not his Unibeam. Yeah, his repulsor assist. His repulsor assist is ridiculously good. It can be used in combos, and it is just that wide hitbox on it means it can even be a lockdown up close. Like when you do something like this, all that lockdown the opponent's put in, and it can be used as an anti-air assist, and it's really good. That fat hitbox on it is the main reason why. Combo extender, lockdown, anti-air. It's pretty much one of the better assists for Amaterasu. Other assists I would recommend would be Dormammu's Dark Hole, because it classifies as a lockdown assist. Look at all that lockdown they're putting. You can just mix up any way you want. Yeah, really good assist. And it can even be used as a combo extender, which is really, really good, because it makes this assist much more valuable. Shown there, combo extension. Magneto's beam assist, because it's just very good. It can even be used as a combo extender. And the fact that it only hits like, I think once or twice, means that the beam itself does not have a lot of damage scaling on it, which means Amaterasu is going to do a freak ton of damage if she gets like the Goliath hit off of this, or the reflector off of it, or the reflector confirm off of it. So yeah, that beam assist is one of the best for Amaterasu. Not a lot of damage scaling, coupled with the fact that it can be used in combos. Really, really good beam assist. Really good. Two really good assists that I'd highly recommend. Other assists I would recommend would be Iron Fist's Rising Fang. This assist has a huge hitbox and it causes a wall bounce on hit, meaning Amaterasu can combo off of it, which makes it really, really good. Highly recommend this assist because fast startup. It can even be used like a get off me assist. It helps in zoning and just anything. A huge hitbox means it's also somewhat of a good anti-air, just somewhat. Puts them in the perfect position for the beads and stuff like that. Another good assist is Super Scrolls. Oh, I almost forgot. Iron Fist's Rising Fang can even, oopsie, messed up, but it can even be used in combo extensions, just like that. Really good. Anyway, Stone Smite is pretty much stuck as a combo extender because it just is. Just no over exceptions. It's a combo extender. But it's a good one at that because it causes a lot of damage. And once again, wall bounce assist, really good for Amaterasu because she doesn't have a wall bounce. Pretty much any wall bounce assist. But see, you can only have one wall bounce. But yeah, two really good assists for Amaterasu that I'd recommend. Other assists I would recommend would be Hisenko's Senbuppu. This assist is really good when it has armor on it, or when it's just, when it has armor on it. Whoopsie, wrong one. But when this assist has armor on it, we all know Hisenko's assist gold armor. It becomes one of the best assists for Amaterasu. Combo extension, lockdown, get off me. It covers pretty much everything, which is really good because that's exactly what Amaterasu needs right there, is assists like this. That Hisenko assist is one of the best for Amaterasu, and very damaging delayed hyper combos when Hisenko is second on slot. Anyway, another one is the Hager's double lariat. That double lariat assist, we all know what lariat does. It's one of the best get off me assists in the game. It just comes out really quick and it leaves the opponent in the perfect place to be launched or comboed off of. So yeah, really good assist. It's a really good combo extender and it does a ton of damage. See that? Yeah, a lot of damage. That's what makes the assist good. The lariat is really good. So yeah, those are just some more assists I'd recommend. Help with zoning and rushdown. More assists I would recommend would be Morgan's Dark Harmonizer, because it's the fastest meter gain assist, and with meter gain, Amaterasu can afford to shorten up her combos. and do a ton of more damage. You don't have to fight between meter or damage. You can just do the damage, which is really good for Amaterasu because, you know, more damage equals better, just better in general, better combos overall, which is really good. You want that meter because you can do all kind of Veil of Mist stuff, and you'll have the opponent scared to do anything, which is what you want. You want them scared to move, you want them scared to just do anything. And Morgan herself offers a lot of good stuff, and so does Thor. Anyway, let me get the Thor's assist. Mighty Spark is like a combo extender slash beam assist. It's really good because of this. You can, wow, what the heck. But you can basically use it as a combo extension, which is exactly what Amaterasu needs. Right there, combo extension. And Morgan's good because she has Soul Drain, and you can do something like this. Oh, I messed up. But anyway, Soul Drain is like really good because you can get damage on your opponent and take some of their meter away. Oh my gosh. Let me try to do this again. You can do something like this. Take their meter away after like a Veil of Mist, and you can just completely take the pace of the match, which is exactly what the Ammy and Morgan shell do. They may not do as much damage as other teams or other shells of the game, but the fact that you can just steal meter, Astral Vision setups, just makes the shell really good. Morgan gets access to that good assist, and you know, Amaterasu can do better combos technically because Dark Harmonizer and stuff like that. And Thor, while he may not be all that big of a threat alone with that lockdown assist, he's really good. You can force people into traps and grabs and stuff like that. So yeah, just 2 more assists I'd recommend. Other assists I would recommend would be Nova's Centurion Rush, because number 1, it's an overhead, and you can set up unblockables, and since it causes a forced ground bounce when the opponent is airborne, it can be used as a combo extender. Sorry about that. It's just not really used to the timing on it, that's all. See that? Always get that ground bounce. And I recommend Chun-Li's Lightning Legs as an assist because what she gives is she gives a combo extender, one of the best get off me assists, because its startup is almost instant. It's really good, and it puts the opponent in the perfect position for juggling. Really good assist. And hold on, let me switch up the order. What the heck? No, I meant to hold it. And Kikosho as a DHC is so damaging. What the heck? How'd that happen? I'm trying to show it off here, but since Beautiful Joe is super small, it's really difficult. Oh, I messed up. Let me try one more time. Okay, I'm done. But yeah, Kikosho as a DHC is very powerful. Just let me show it off. It's really, really good. Look at all that damage. And I didn't even use an assist. Now, if I used an assist, Beautiful Joe would have been dead. But yeah, that Kikosho DHC is very, very strong. So yeah, just 2 more good assists I'd recommend. When Amaterasu's on the second slot, you gain access to one of the best team upper combos in the game. You get access to, let me try that again. You get access to some pretty, just garbage crossover counters, just in general. All of her assists are just not meant to be in a crossover counter at all. Well, it's a little difficult to do, but man, see that? It's just not meant to be. You don't even want to take the risk, especially the bloom assist. That bloom assist is just, it's not recommended at all, because Amaterasu is vulnerable, and basically don't do a crossover counter with Amaterasu and you'll be alright. But you do get access to the best, well, the best lockdown assist in the game, you know, and a 100%, oh my gosh, let me do it again. You also get access to, let me put Dante off of freaking, very annoying, auto guard on. But you get access to Okami Shuffle, which is basically, it combos off of almost anything, you know. But considering the fact that your point character is going to be doing the most damage as possible, it's going to be heavily scaled, you know. But considering the fact that it combos off of a lot of stuff, you know, it's going to be well worth it. And also, Veil of Mist has some pretty interesting setups that can just force the opponent to use their meter or lose a character, which I find pretty compelling. As you can see, I'm trying to get that ground bounce. You know, like I said, Veil of Mist sets up some pretty interesting setups, and like I said before, if the other player isn't blocking correctly, you can just go crazy on them. So yeah, that's in short and summary what you gain with Amaterasu on the second slot. Okay, let's go over Amaterasu's TACs. Amaterasu's TACs are very tricky, to say the least, because she does have an infinite, but the consistency on it is extremely demanding. It really, truly is. You must be very consistent, and that's the reason why it's tricky. That's the reason why it is tricky, honestly. The consistency on it is extremely high. Probably the most consistent in the game. See that? You gotta be extremely consistent, and if you mistime it even slightly, it won't go through. But also, you can also, I'm gonna try to do this, but you can also convert it. It's difficult to do, but you can convert it into a glaive, into one of the glaive moves. See that? But it's really consistent. You can convert it. I'm gonna try, but it may not work. But it's really hard to do. But if you can't do the infinite, guys, save yourself the trouble and just oh no, that's not the right way. But basically, just do something like this. You want to use the Rosary. The Rosary, you may not get as much damage as you want, but the fact that it has all that range and it hits multiple amount of times, you know, just go something like this. Call your assistant and just go like that. Therefore, you get damage if you haven't used your assist, but therefore you get damage and you gain a meter and just stuff like that. You know, if you can't do all that complicated stuff, or if you're not consistent with your TACs, just save yourself the trouble and go like this. See that? Yeah. Just don't do it to yourselves, guys. I understand if you're using the meters, you can just go like that and keep it at the most basic level. But, you know, you can try, you can do a little bit more. and be like that, you know. Just try that extra little bit, you know, and see what you get. And that's about all I can cover with TACs, honestly. Her TACs are just tricky. If you want to get a lot of damage out of it, tricky TACs. That's the only thing I can say about it. So, yeah. Done with TACs. Amaterasu on the 3rd slot. You still do get access to her team hyper combo, but it costs 3 meters now, you know, which really sucks because using 3 meters just to do a team hyper combo, you know, just with, especially Amaterasu's, may not be worth it. But anyway, you still get access to her assist, but also you get access to her level 3 X Factor, which is one of the best in the entire game. And let's say you use your X Factor in level 3 and you use Veil of Mist, your opponent is not going to be able to do much. Like, just put the dummy on guard, all advanced guard, and they'll be stuck in block stun. Just see that? They're going to be scared to do anything. And I stated in the previous video, Glaive Infinites. Yeah. So Amaterasu pretty much fits on any position. On the 2nd slot, Okami Shuffle and Veil of Mist combo into pretty much everything. And if Veil of Mist doesn't combo, it leaves the opponent in just crazy setup situations that just leaves them extremely vulnerable. They can't switch out. The only thing they can do is DHC. That uses meter, which is good for you. And in the 3rd slot, you get a godly level 3 X Factor character in the best lockdown assist in the game. And worst to worst, if her X Factor does wear off, you have an extremely capable solo character, all 3 stances and decent execution. You know, she can pretty much hold her own without assists. That's one of the reasons why she's so good. She can hold her own weight and pull her own weight without assists. The Solar Flare, the Glaive for max damage, and the Rosary just to say, get off me. So yeah, that's about all you get with her on the 3rd slot. In the 2nd slot. Okay guys, if you're going to use Amaterasu online, network stimulation, put it on 3 at least, or 2. Because if you can do your combos in lag, you can do them in any other environment. Now shown here, also just make sure you get your assist calling down too. If you're like using them as a combo extension, so you have more time to react to it. But yeah, that's about the only thing I got. That's about the only online tip I got, honestly. If you're going to use someone online, just practice, practice, practice. Okay? That's the only tip I got. So, yeah. Everything else in the video just stays the same. Just practice and lag. And sometimes even 2 will work. But between 2 or 3 is most reliable. Okay, guys? So, yeah. That's the only tip I got for online play.